want to share a bit of personal information with you all. I've got really weird ears. My wife often makes fun of the fact that I have basically no earlobes. It's kind of funny, but also kind of hurtful at the same time. I'm very aware of my ears and how important they are to my audio career. I've got a history of deafness in my family, so I need to stay on top of the situation. Anything that helps me out in that regard is a winner in my book. That's why I was so keen to try the VSX system out when it was released, and it really did massively help my mixing out in the studio and outside the studio when I just can't get on a reliable set of speakers. But now VSX 5 is out and it takes the individual's ear into account even more than before. So I want to quickly run you through what you can do in this version that is going to help you even more than before. So predominantly you have echo, which is ear canal curve optimization, where you can tune the system specifically to your ears. This was always kind of a criticism that I saw about VSX. A, can't you just use it without the headphones and apply your own pair you already own? And B, how can it actually know how my ears are receiving the audio that I'm mixing? So Echo really kind of bridges that gap and makes it really clear how the headphones are optimized to your ears specifically. You run through a quick test, only takes a minute or so, where you essentially match the volume of different tones to work out how your ear perceives sound. The thing here is that every single person is going to be different. The shape of your ear canal makes a drastic difference to how you perceive and receive sound. So having the ability to tune it just right is just on another level. You listen through to each of the tones that it plays. These raise in frequency across the spectrum each time, and you have to kind of match them to a reference. It's often kind of difficult to remember a sound, especially the specific volume of a test tone, so you can flick back and forth and make sure you're getting it just right. Then once you've made those selections, you go to something that kind of looks like a graphic EQ. This is where you can fine tune what you've just told VSX about how you hear stuff. After tuning Echo, I actually realised that my perception of high frequencies is weird, and I didn't really pick it up on VSX 4. I also jumped over to the Steven Slate Audio Dojo on Facebook to check out what other people's results were, and found that mine were very different, but that's exactly the point. If everyone's were the same, there'd be no point in having the feature in the first place. The amount control was actually the one that really surprised me. Looking at other people's results, I realised that this is actually an incredibly personal preference. It tells you to listen until the sound is balanced, clear and 3D with smooth upper mids and neutral vocals. I found that when sweeping this around, 100 wasn't actually where I wanted to be. I wanted to be just shy of that, and I saw that other people are wildly different as well, some as low down as 20. It kind of demonstrated to me how important it is to tailor it to your own ear and not just assume that the default is going to be right. I then set about listening to a load of reference tracks that I know sound great, i.e. I listened to all of the first Rage Against the Machine album mainly, and then fine-tuned to the spot where it sounded like I remember the album sounding. You don't have to use the first Rage Against the Machine album, whatever you used to, just something that you know sounds great. Everything just kind of feels a little more real now I've sorted that issue with the high end. Vocals aren't as sibilant, cymbals are smoother, and especially with the new human linear emulation, the headphones, it's incredibly accurate. Then you've also got some new features in the system, so you can now save 10 favourites instead of 5. I actually really like this because I can save my first 5 as my favourite mix rooms. Then in the second 5, I can save my kind of wild cards, the clubs, the cars, the really revealing stuff that I don't mix on all the time, but like as a reference. It's all about translation, you see. How does my mix sound in all of these different rooms? Because that's going to give me much more information about how it's going to sound when the track in question is released. So VSX 5 is everything I loved about VSX 4, but even more precise with a few new features that are actually necessary, not just added extras. They feel like they make the whole system a bit more complete. Steven Slate Audio usually do a sale when they first bring stuff out. I can't imagine this is going to be any different. There's a link in the description to the website where I'm sure you'll find everything you need. VSX 5 is genuinely very, very good. And if you're hesitant about getting involved, I get it, but it's worked perfectly for me, and the whole thing is very personal preference, especially in version 5. So maybe give it a shot and let me know what you think. I'll see you soon. Take care.